It is week 3, but who's really counting, of the making of my 2026 art collection. Thanks for joining me along as I have been just kind of going through my entire process from the very beginning of the conception into hopefully what will be the end. I don't know, there's no timeline. I don't know when I'm going to get this done really, but I'm moving along pretty well. And so far, I've completed the drawings of Time, Generations, and Overthinking. These are some three of the paintings. I have a total of about 6. And the next one I'm going to be starting on this week is Paying It Forward. Here is my tiny little thumbnail. This one is kind of the idea of a hand that is receiving and then going into giving. And it's going to have like a rainbow arch and it's going to be really nice. I plan to do this hand of my boyfriend's. This will be the only hand out of the collection that's not my own. It has been inspiring me with his incredible generosity with myself and with other people. And so he is someone that I want to kind of have a part of this collection. If anything, he is really helpful in making this collection possible. So yes, this is going to be a great little contribution for him. This is going to be a beautiful painting, and I think it's going to be really different because I'm going to be combining some of the elements of time and conclusion, also overthinking, into this painting with maybe a white background, and the hands are going to be realistic but blurred, and then the arch is going to be colorful, which is going to be kind of that combo of those other paintings. So it's going to be like the one that kind of like glues everything together. So this one's kind of important. And thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed and is joining me on this journey of creating these paintings. I love sharing the process. I love sharing just everything behind the scenes. It makes for a richer connection to the artwork and to me as an artist. And I have no secrets to hide. If anything, I love sharing what I find so it can improve not only your work, but maybe even encourage you to start something for yourself. Inspiration can be found in any nook and cranny watching another creative. So I'm always absorbing other creatives' processes and what they're doing. And just like how Austin Kleon says, steal like an artist. And I hope you steal from me and what I'm giving out. So thank you so much for joining me on this. And I hope you get something from these videos.
Welcome to my channel.
This idea for my painting had some challenges. First, I needed to convince my boyfriend to be a hand model for me, and I needed a lot of hands, and the poses had to be natural in transition. So it needed a bit of a choreography, needed a bit of movement, and so I had to think outside the box on how was I going to capture the essence. How was I going to capture the movement and not annoy both of us to the point of fighting and possibly breaking up? We really did try with the photos. I had him pose each time, trying to get the perfect look, angle, even had to fix the shadows, and it was so bad. Everything looked terrible. It was just disjointed and not working out. So then plan B had to come in. I actually surprised myself with how well this worked. All I did was sit him outside, made him look pretty, and had him do a motion that I knew was going to be in the painting, and I captured it on video. And then I took that video, took a bunch of screenshots of each pose that I wanted in the plethora of amounts that I needed, picked the best, and then I put them together. Let me show you the process. So I took those key frames in that video and I cropped them down in Procreate. I put them together in a fan-like shape, like you can see here, and he didn't get the motion exact, but he got super close, and since I captured it all on video, it was much easier to manipulate and to frame exactly how I wanted it. And instead of putting this to a grid to draw from, my boyfriend gave me the idea to print the whole picture in pieces and then stitch it together. I did that by using DocuSlice. That's another free app that you can use, and it was so easy to put this giant picture into that app and it just sliced it up for me into 8.5 by 11, and I was able to print it super easy. So then I just put this all together, and then I figured I'd put tracing paper on top and draw it like that. So my next steps, this is measuring 40 inches wide and 30 inches tall, which is probably going to be my biggest piece, though there's going to be a lot of white space around this. And it's going to be so cool because I'm going to have a arch. I'll clean this up to have an arch that is just kind of negative space. This will be kind of a wash blur. You'll still be able to tell what the hands are and the motion, but I want it to feel like it's moving. And then I'm going to have this rainbow that's really light and faint that mixes in with the tones of the hands, kind of over and above where the hands are. So I think that's going to be so cool. These are life size, a little bigger maybe, but pretty much life size to my boyfriend's hands. Let's see. My next step will be to obviously put the graphite on the backside, and I did buy my panel board on Canvas Lot. They were doing a BOGO, so I got a really good deal, and I'm expecting that in the mail. And then I'm going to be putting a clay texture and gesso texture on top of that board, and then I'll be transferring this tracing paper onto that board, and then I'm going to start painting. It's going to be very exciting. If there is something that you want to see or you want more explanation on, please leave a comment. Please tell me. I would love to either do a deeper dive on something, do another video, or even just improve the videos that I'm currently making. Because really, I'm just kind of like talking to myself. So, it would be great to get to hear back from you, especially if you are creative yourself.
Thank you for watching.